And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, I'm Tom Vasel. Today we're taking a look at CONEX. I'm a sucker for a gimmick, and CONEX has a gimmick which, the best thing to tell you is just to show you the front of the box, showing you how cards are being placed on top of other cards by the colors of their corners. Well, that's a neat idea. I like tile laying games or card laying games, and you place cards, and basically how you place them, it's going to form this really cool look on the table. So that has me right there. It's also from HABA. HABA makes some really great family games. Let's take a look. So this board here is placed in the middle of the table. It's kind of a scoring track here, and the first person to get here will end the game, and the game also, and then whoever's the farthest on the track will win, so you can loop around if you need to. Each player is going to get a hand of 5 cards from this deck, and on a player's turn, they have 2 options. You can draw 2 cards from the deck and add them to your hand, or you can play a card. Now, when you play a card, you're going to play that card, so the card will have 1 or more corners on it. Some cards have just 1 corner. Some cards have multiple, 2 or 3 corners that you have on them. And when you're playing a card, you have to attach it to the board or another card. So I could play this card, for example. I could place this one like this and get 2 points for the red. I could place it like this, or here, doesn't really matter, and get 3 points for yellow. Or I could place it like this and get 4 points for purple. Of course, I would do the 4 points because why not? The next person who plays a card, they can use this card if they want now. So I could put this like this and get 2 points. Now you can't cover corners, so you have to be careful. I can't put it like this. I can't cover another corner, and you can't touch more than 1 card, and you can't use a corner that's already out there. Obviously, the new corner has to matter. So I could put this here and take 2 points for it. All right, get 2 points. Now, some of the cards have a cube on them. So when you place those cards, let's say I place it here, I'll take 3 points, and then I get to roll the die here. This die is going to do a couple things. It's going to let me draw 1 or 2 cards, or I can take the lightning bolt token. The lightning bolt token, I take it from another player if they have it. Otherwise, and then you keep it until someone takes it from you, or you use it on your turn. You can get rid of the top card from somewhere that's not underneath any other cards by spending this token. You can also get a doubling token with a die, and that's pretty simple. When you put a card down, you double the amount of points you get, and then this is discarded. Again, you can't use it the same turn you get it, so you have to wait around a turn before someone can get that for you. So let's say this card is put here, and then I place this one on top of it. Now you'll notice this one here gives me 5 points. It's a lot, and shows a +2 on it. What that means is if anyone puts a card on top of this one here, let's say I do this, not only will I get the 3 points, but I'm also going to get the +2 draw cards from the top of the deck. So the die you get when you play the card, the +2 you get when you play on top of the card. You can't play off the table, so you're stuck with the space of the table. And like I said, you're going to keep going until one person gets all the way to the end. And whoever gets the farthest is the winner. As with all HABA games, usually the components here are high quality. These are really good cards, really nice, easy to tell. I think the colors are also easy to differentiate. The corners are easy to tell where they go, and it's pretty obvious where it goes on a card when you place something down. Like, I'm going to put that there, and then I can put this one here, and so on and so forth. The die, and these are good quality. The only thing I don't really like is this board here. First of all, when these are stacked up, they fall over too easily. But following this trail here is really not the easiest thing to do. Like, you get 3 points, and I'm going, this way, 1, 2, 3. You're like, that seems pretty easy. I can't tell you how many people would constantly be messing up and then wondering if they moved the right piece. You also have to remember what color you are, and these colors match the colors being played, which I'm just not a fan of this scoring track at all. When we were done with our first game, I went back and I said, okay, we must have played something wrong. We went through the rules. No, we went through them again. We've tried it again. I was like, man, this is kind of like Uno. It's really, there's not much to this game. You would think that there would be some strategic placement of these cards as they go around. No. You look at the cards in your hand, you say which one gives me the most points. And if you're playing with more than 2 players, you're definitely not thinking about setting yourself up in the future because you have no idea on that. So you're just playing a card, and you're hoping to play cards with cubes, which are infinitely better than the other ones, because there's a good chance when you roll them that you're going to get a token you can use, or at least steal it from someone else so they can't use it, or get more cards, because spending a turn to get cards as your action is kind of boring, right? You don't want to do that, so you want to play cards. Playing cards gets you points. And you just look at the board. I mean, don't get me wrong, this game looks really pretty all over the table as the cards spread out. But it's literally like I said, it's kind of like an Uno style game where it's like, can I place this card somewhere? Yeah, I get some points. No strategy, the rolling of the die mixed with the random cards you get, mixed, I mean, like there's some cards that have 1 point on them. I don't know that I've ever seen anyone use those because there's almost always somewhere on the table they can place the 2 or some card from their hand. It just feels like the germ of a good idea that would lead to... I'm not asking for some deep, extremely tactical, strategic game, but I want something that's a little more than this. This is kind of just grab a card and play it. So maybe some people who are looking for something extremely casual will enjoy this as it grows all over the table and they're just playing cards and getting points. But I want it just a little more. Dice Tower Judgment, pleasant to look at, but pretty boring.